Recording is on.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I wanted to talk a little bit about a new program that I'm going to be teaching here in Denver. It's not a new program, but it is for us here in Denver. I am a life and relationship coach. I specifically work with women in their midlife years, so 40s, 50s, 60s, who are stuck in transition of some kind and really wanting to discover new purpose, to find more passion, energy in their lives, to create more of that. So I got really excited about the Quest program because when I looked at it, and Stelli's next to me, and she's the one who founded the organization that teaches this Quest Circles program, and I'm being trained to teach it here in Denver. But the reason I was so excited about it is that I loved it being something that allows women to discover more of who they are. That is my interest, is really helping women feel comfortable, find their new passions, and live into them. I love that that's an emphasis of this program. I also love that it has a whole creative aspect to it. So it involves some, depending on the different content and the sessions that we're doing, but involves some art and creative work, drawing, looking at different, just using our creative skills. So I really enjoy that about it. But what I want to do is turn it over, just ask Stelli a couple of questions, because she started this, like I said, and just ask you, Stelli, what is it for you that excites you about the Quest Circles program? How did it originate?
Yeah.
How did it come to be?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, to me, it's really important to have women meeting together in a group and in a circle, to have that sacred space and time that we devote to ourselves, to our own personal spiritual growth, and just to confide in one another, and to be able to have that circle of trust where we can say what really is going on. Secondly, I went to graduate school. I got a PhD in transpersonal psychology, and that's just basically the blend of psychology and spirituality. And I learned so many things that really transform my life, and there are tools that I continue to use to this day. And I feel like you shouldn't have to spend all that money and get in debt and have to get a PhD to learn these things, right? It should be things that we're taught. We're taught in primary education, even things like how to interpret our dreams, how to have healthy boundaries in your relationships, and understand the patterns that you develop or that you learn from your family of origin. Understanding more about the unconscious, and learning how to meditate and develop a spiritual practice. I mean, these are things that help us stay sane. It helps us stay connected to ourselves. But again, we don't learn these things. So I wanted to mirror both the things that I learned and to teach them, and then to also have a group working on those things together. Because then when you're learning your dreams, for example, to be able to share it with another person, to have someone listen and mirror what they're picking up on, that can be extremely helpful for the person who's telling the dream, but also for others that are there listening and learning at the same time. So the circles both fulfill the need that we have to be in relationship, the need we have to be seen and heard for who we truly are, to be able to speak our stories and share our stories. Like you said, the creativity piece is really important. So when I do dreams, a lot of times I'll write them out. Sometimes I'll draw. When I work on it, basically anything that I do, I try to incorporate creativity. So all of the curriculum and the things that you're learning, like you said, will have that creative component to it as well, and time for sharing and hearing each other's stories. So that's, it's kind of a selfish thing. Like, I like being in groups of women, where I can also show up and be a participant. And as you know, that's really important for us. So that's kind of the impetus between why I started the circles.
Yeah, what, a lot of what you said I really resonate with, but what I really like, couple things, is the storytelling. That for me, in my coaching and actually in my training while I was becoming a coach, I love that part of it. The telling the stories, and even though they're unique to each of us, and we all have our own, there's a common thread between a lot of them. And it's just part of the creativity too, is, telling the personal stories. And that's what people are engaged with. It's what I engage with when I tell my story. And it's what I'm more engaged with when other women tell theirs. So I love that piece of it. And the second piece I really like that you talked about was just the sharing between, amongst each other.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we can do, personal development work we can do on our own, or even one-on-one with a coach or a healer or a therapist or whoever that the professional may be. But there's something about being in a group
Mhm.
that is really powerful to me.
Yeah.
There's a connection, and again, just what we see commonalities in our stories, and then that ability to get support from each other and to be witnessed by each other. I think that's a really important part of it too. And I too am selfish about it all. That's another thing you said, because for me, it's a great experience because I'm one of the participants. You know,
Yeah.
I'll facilitate different, the content and ask questions and all of that. But as part of, I really like being part of the group myself and not being the teacher up front kind of thing, but really being in with the group and the learning I get from it,
Yeah.
and personal development for myself. So,
Yeah. And the other thing I was going to say too, especially right now, it's really important that we take that time to self-care. And that can mean different things
Mhm.
for different people, but really carving out, I mean, all we're doing with the Quest Circles is 2 hours once a month. But when you really carve out that time for sacred time and space, and it's just your own, and of course you have to let whoever else in the house know that, please do not interrupt me. This is
My
my
time.
exactly.
Right.
But that's really special, to really treat yourself and to be able to just show up and however you're feeling, whatever you're bringing in that moment, it's special. And it's important that we do that and to nurture those relationships with each other. It can be really healing, to take that time and space, especially right now. So I'm excited
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks. Yeah, thanks for getting on with me and talking a little bit about it. We're going to start a program in May, early May. I will we'll have a few more videos showing you some of the content and some posts. You'll learn more about it, but I'm excited about it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either me or to Stelli. Probably the best way to reach out to me is two ways. You can go to my website. So it's www.living-connection.com or email. And my email is kim@living-connection.com. Those ways. The third way actually would be on Facebook through Messenger. If you're on that platform, you can certainly reach me there. How about you, Stelli? What would be a way to have them reach you if they have questions?
Yeah, if you could go to the Red Sulphur website, that's the most direct way. And it's www.red.sulphur, sulphur.org. And from there, you can contact me, or check out our website and our programs.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening.
All right. Thank
We'll
you.
see you again. All right. Goodbye.